Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about a new perspective I just got kind of on the education system. Now, I've made videos in the past about why I think the education system is flawed and this and that, but I want to kind of give a new perspective on what I think about it now cuz I'm always like getting new ideas about things. So, uh guys, let's think about it, right? For most of our time in middle school, high school, and college, what are we learning about? Think about it, right? We learn about things that are outside of us. We learn about history, things from the past, about other people, events. And what do we learn about in math? We learn about equations, right? Outside of the human, doesn't really apply too much to the human body, right? Unless it's like chemistry, right? In science, what do we learn about? We learn about biology, right? About animals, about we learn about the biology of insects, right? All this stuff, right? Uh, and so most of what we learn doesn't really apply to us, right? It's not directly correlated to the growth of human beings. It's kind of just general knowledge, right? You kind of memorize facts, you memorize equations, um, you read something and you write about it. Your comprehension, right? But what if we like what if we started to develop a system where we focused on the growth of the human spirit, the growth of the human body, mind, and spirit, right? Because right now, if you haven't noticed, we have a lot of people that are leaving school and they have no idea like who they are. Uh, they have like a midlife crisis. They have no idea what they're passionate about, and they really just don't know themselves, right? There's an old saying, "Know thyself," right? And we have a system where that's not really prioritized in a way. You know, there are some things that you can learn in college that do apply to you, right? But for the most part, it's things that are abstract outside of the human consciousness, right? So what I think we need to prioritize is, I'll list a few things here, and they all apply to the human mind, body, and spirit. So the first thing is we need to learn about how our emotions work, right? When in school did you ever, you know, unless you're, potentially in like a master's program for psychology or going for your PhD, when did you ever learn about how to understand your emotions, understand where they're coming from, what the cause is, right? We never really learned about that, and emotions really kind of drive human behavior, whether we realize it or not, right? How do you know what I mean? Like, how do you get motivated to work out? That's like an emotion, right? You have to feel good about it. Most of the time we want to feel good about things, right? I'm coughing a lot today. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like, how do you understand sadness, right? We're not taught about how to process these emotions at all. We're kind of taught like what they are, but we're not taught about how to deal with them, right? Depression, anxiety, stress, worry. We're not taught about how to learn about these things, right? And the next point I have is health and nutrition, right? Now, I will say there are some things I have learned in school that were relevant and that I have used today in my health and fitness. But for the most part, guys, let's be honest here. Health and fitness is not really prioritized. You learn about it. You learn it on like the surface level, right? But do they really dive deep into it? Do they dive deep into how it affects the different organs in your body, how it affects your mind, how it affects your mood? Uh, right? They don't really dive too deep into it, right? I've learned more, guys. I've learned more about nutrition and lifting and all that through books and YouTube videos than I have in school. Like it really is ridiculous, you know. And you know, there's just so many different facets of that one little field that could be dedicated to like one whole like you could learn about nutrition and health for like 4 years in college, right? Like there's just so much to learn about, right? And the next thing I want to talk about is what else was I going to talk about? I think it's yeah, okay. So like next thing I want to talk about is like meditation and like learning how to like understand your mind, because we have a society where we're all kind of just like believing what we think. We kind of don't question our belief systems, our judgments, our biases, and no one really know like most people don't know that they're actually their mind is just a program of a bunch of shit they heard from other people. Like even myself, I have some biases and judgments that I didn't even like make up. I just got them from other people's belief systems, right? Just talking to other people, learning from them, right? And so I'm not I'm not saying like any of it's bad or anything, like belief systems or anything, but a lot of us have bad programming and we have no idea how it even got like into our head, right? So we go out in the world and we have these, you know, terrible beliefs about certain things that prevent us from achieving what we want to achieve. And the school system does, honestly, I don't even think it touches on any of this, right? Because guys, you can take care of your health, you can, you know, you can do all that, but at the end of the day, your mind is like your mind is like what drives your behavior, right? Most of the time. It's your mind and your emotions. So if you don't have that foundation, that understanding of how your mind works, how like and how your belief systems drive you to do certain things and all that, how your ego like protects you and stuff like there's just so much, right? If you don't have a general like concept and understanding of that, then it's going to be really difficult for you to kind of go out and do the right things and make a good life for yourself, right? So there's so much more I could touch upon. This is kind of just like a baseline foundation for what I think could be some, you know, key uh, like courses potentially, right? Uh, because you know we have a system where we're not taught how to understand ourselves. Guys, think about it this way, right? If we don't understand, like human beings, right? Let's think about it. Human beings are the primary reason. They can be the primary reason for suffering on the planet, and they can also be the primary reason for heaven on planet Earth, right? So if we don't prioritize optimizing the human species, right? The mind, the spirit, the body, and just having an understanding of how humans behave and work, then how the hell are we gonna make this shit work, right? Because right now, like things are not going well. To be quite, you know, honest with you guys, I mean, you don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to realize this. Things are not going well, and it all starts, I believe, with like the youth, right? Because if you can teach the youth to be like kids are easily like manipulated and programmed, right? They can just pick up everything. So if we can teach young kids at a young age to like if we can brainwash them to be great people, then we're creating people that will create the future, right? So I mean, it really is all about education. It really is about, you know, fixing the way we teach and what we teach and what is most prioritized, because the things I just discussed in this video are kind of pushed to the side, right? Oh, it's hippy dippy. Oh, it's not important. Oh, you know, you'll just learn about that stuff on your own, right? We'll teach you the important stuff, right? No, no, that's a terrible way to look at it. Human beings drive the way things go. We can either be in a state of heaven or hell, and it all comes back to us. You know, we're the kind of the we're kind of like the king species. So if we are not well optimized and we don't understand ourselves, everything else goes to shit. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when I upload. If you have any questions, comments, just anything, leave it all down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.